Okay, so let's talk about the very near future. And I mean very near, like 2026. We are standing at a massive ethical crossroads, and it's all because of the rise of autonomous AI agents that are about to start running our lives. Let's dive into what that really means.
So here's our roadmap for this explainer. We're going to kick things off by jumping ahead to 2026 to get a feel for what's coming. Then we'll get into the really crucial part, the difference between an AI being helpful and being predatory. And finally, we'll explore some pretty powerful solutions, like radical transparency, keeping humans in the loop, and this game-changing idea that integrity is the new bottom line.
All right, I want you to really picture this. It's 2026. AI agents aren't just apps on your phone anymore. No, they're your partners, your co-pilots in life. They're booking your travel, they're managing your money, they're even figuring out what you need before you even know you need it. Day by day, they're just quietly weaving themselves into the very fabric of our lives, making calls on our behalf. And look, this isn't some far-off sci-fi thing. This is right around the corner.
Now, just let that sink in for a second. An AI, one that knows you, your habits, your finances, maybe better than you know yourself, is about to spend your money. All of a sudden, the whole question of ethics gets really personal and really urgent.
And that brings us to the absolute heart of the issue. At what point does an AI's helpful advice cross the line and become predatory manipulation? This is what we call the persuasion spectrum. And by 2026, that line between the two is going to be dangerously thin.
So you've basically got two paths ahead. On one side, there's ethical persuasion. It's all about empowering you, giving you the information you need to make choices that are genuinely good for you. But then there's the other side, algorithmic manipulation, and that's all about exploiting your weaknesses to get you to make a choice that only benefits the brand. This is the fundamental choice every single company is about to face.
And let's be crystal clear about what we mean by manipulation. We're not talking about clever marketing here. We are talking about an algorithm that is specifically designed to find your weak spots. You know, whether you're feeling anxious or grieving or maybe stressed about money, and then using those exact feelings against you to close a sale. It is by its very design predatory.
Okay, so what's the antidote to all this? How do we fight back? Well, it all starts with one incredibly powerful idea: transparency. If we're going to trust these agents with our lives, we have to have a crystal clear window into how they work and what they're trying to do.
And honestly, this says it all. In a world where commerce is automated, trust becomes everything. It's the only currency that actually matters. Because without transparency, you can't have trust. And without trust, the whole system just falls apart. Brands trying to operate in the shadows, they're just not going to make it.
This brings us to this idea of radical transparency, and it really just boils down to three simple rules. First, you always have the right to know when you're talking to an AI, not a person. Second, companies have to be upfront about why they're using AI. That's the watermark of intent. And third, any fact an AI gives you has to be verifiable. No more AI hallucinations passed off as truth.
Now, transparency is absolutely crucial. But you know what? It's only half the battle. We also have to make damn sure that we, the humans, stay in the driver's seat. The more autonomous AI gets, the more we have to fight to protect our own agency.
This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? When my AI is negotiating with your AI to buy something, who is really in control? And if we don't figure this out right now, the answer could be pretty terrifying. Neither of us.
The solution has to be what we call the final word. It's a non-negotiable rule. An AI can never, ever make a final, irreversible decision without your explicit say-so. This is the safety switch, the one thing that guarantees that you, and not some line of code, always have ultimate control over your choices and your money.
We also have to demand algorithmic fairness. That means programming these agents to prevent things like price discrimination, where you get charged more for a plane ticket just because of your browser history, or exclusionary targeting. We simply cannot let a new, invisible form of digital redlining become the norm.
And this really requires a complete shift in how companies think about our data. The age of tracking us in the shadows, it's over. The future is a zero-party data philosophy. It's about businesses actually earning our trust by asking for our data to help us, not just spying on us. It's a win-win. We get better, personalized help, and they get to build a real relationship with us. Let's be really clear about this. We are moving away from data harvesting, which is just a nice word for spying on people, and we're moving toward data stewardship. In this new world, brands have to earn the right to use your data. It's a partnership, not an exploitation.
And never forget, the ultimate power is still in your hands. You always have the right to hit the reset button, to tell your agent to forget everything it's ever learned about you and go back to a neutral state. It's your data, and you should always, always have absolute control.
So, what's the bottom line in all of this? Well, in the age of AI, integrity stops being a fluffy, nice-to-have virtue. It becomes a hardcore business strategy. Building a brand that people genuinely trust isn't just about doing the right thing anymore. It's about building real, lasting value.
This quote really captures the entire choice that's in front of us. This incredible power that is AI can be a force for good, a tool to amplify truth and empower people, or it can be a tool for deception, for creating more convincing lies. The path we pick is going to define our future.
And so we're left with this really powerful choice. The technology is here. It's getting smarter every single day. But its impact on us, that part isn't written yet. As developers, as marketers, as users, we all get to shape what AI becomes. So the question is, will we build a future of empowerment or one of exploitation? The choice truly is ours.